7:13. Hey, the geeks are here, and they're dancing for your visual enjoyment. It's
visual displeasure.
Ryan Ozawa, Burt Lum, join us from time to time, talk about things tech. And Ryan, we've been anxious to get an update on the Apple Watch. You've had it for a few weeks now.
Well, since it came out, the thing is, if you tried to order one now, you're still waiting till July to get it.
Whoa,
But I have to say that I still love it. I was using a smartwatch before, and it does everything that I wanted to do, and more. Now, I would say that one of the things to observe is that if you're doing it right, you're using your phone less, and you're in fact using your watch less. It's about getting your information and moving on to life faster.
But we were talking during the break there about the tendency that every time you get a text or you're looking at your watch, which can be interpreted by some as hey, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, I experienced that in my office. My boss and my bosses were like, "Are you waiting to go somewhere else?" I'm like, "No, I'm just checking my email." And I went to see the Avengers over the weekend, and yes, when your watch lights up, you have to be prepared for that.
Okay. But what about durability or functionality? Any issues there that you wanted to talk about?
Well, right now, one of the things on the internet is that it scratches. If you get the middle model, the $600 model, it's made of stainless steel, and yes, if you rub it up against something else metal or you hit it, it'll get a ding. Unfortunately, that's true of any stainless steel watch or a solid gold watch. That's sort of life. It kind of reminds me of everyone getting excited when they said the iPhone bent. Well, yes, if you take your phone and you do this, it will bend.
It will bend,
but that's how it
Well, and there's such a thing, before there was Casio, and then they had Pathfinder, and they were actually built for rugged use. So they actually have like a scratch guard around the watch, but when you buy
less pretty.
It's a little less pretty, but that's what.
So the sport model, which is not stainless steel, if you're kind of active and you're going to be banging around, that's probably a better choice for you than the expensive one. There's a card that changes, presto change. What is this called?
There's a lot of folks that are coming out with kind of cards that can aggregate all of your credit cards. This one's called Stratos. And you can put all your credit cards on it. But the key thing is that you have to turn it on. And one of the the sort of use patterns is that you have to kind of knock it on the table to turn it on. And then you also have to have it tied to your phone, so that on your phone app you can tell which card to use. And then you have to tell the person that you're going to give the card to, oh, this is something different. So just be aware.
That's not any. I mean,
I'm not sure if it simplifies your life. And in fact, with Apple Pay, people are trying to get rid of the plastic swipey cards. So I'm not sure how long this will be. My boss got a coin, which does sort of the same thing. But it's more for the early adopters, I would say.
But it's a card that can change into,
it can be your Safeway card, it can be your
Foodland card,
Can I change it into Grace's credit card? That's what I want.
I think so.
It's already at its limit. You're not going to get very far.
We're about out of time, but you guys, May has turned out to be the Geek Month, right?
So there's a bunch of stuff coming up. This weekend there's Maker Faire. So if people are interested in finding out what people are doing with 3D printing, robotics, and
drones.
Drones. So Maker Faire. There's also H-Mouse, which is the Macintosh user group, and they're going to be talking about the Apple Watch and all kinds of different applications.
And that's their annual event. And then we would say maybe finally next Saturday is Unconference, which is an event that Burt and I put together. It's an event where the schedule is put together when you show up and you talk about whatever people want to talk about that morning. So that's Unconference next Saturday at Iolani School.
And so go ahead.
Finally, there's the Reboot the Commute. So there's a design challenge around building transportation.
Trying to figure out how to make things better in the commute. Okay, if you are a geek, you want to be a geek, maybe you think geeks are hot. These are some of the events that you need to go to. And can we next time maybe just focus just on the Apple Watch and talk about functionality and stuff like that and things that it can do?
That could be fun. I could talk about it.
When I get mine in June.
We'll wait till you get June. We'll wait till you get it. Anyway, the Geeks, great to have you with us. And of course, you can tune in and listen to them on Hawaii Public Radio, 5 o'clock tonight, 89.3. Ryan Ozawa and Burt Lum. We'll be back with more Sunrise on your Wednesday in just a couple of minutes.